G'day everyone, the no recoil STG. Let's get into it. For this video, I'll be using the Taylordrift ScottishTryHard 4.0 beta script. To download this one, you'll need to be in the Taylordrift Discord, and there'll be a link to that in the description. You'll need to have the newest Zen Studio and the newest beta firmware installed on your Zen for this script to install properly. So make sure you've got that. If you're not sure how, I'll leave a link in the description for a video of mine explaining how to get that done. This also isn't going to be a full video guide for the script, so if you're brand new and you're not sure how to enter the menu and change your values, I'll leave some instructions on the screen for you now. Take a screenshot of those so you can get yourself familiar with how to navigate the menu and everything. First off, let's have a look at these attachments. So I'm not going to read them all out. The one thing I will point out though is with the optic here, if you prefer to run the 2.5 over the 3:6, then go for it, just pop that on, but I'm running the 3:6. Alright, so I'm going to go through some anti-recoil stuff for this weapon. Now that we've got plunder back on rebirth, I'm going to jump in. It's a perfect opportunity for me to show you it doesn't really matter what it looks like when you're shooting at a wall. Yes, you can, work out values, do it that way, but what matters is when you're actually shooting at people. When you're shooting at the enemies, there's aim assist involved. That's what matters. That's how you actually play the game. You don't run around shooting walls all the time when you're playing the actual game. Shooting at the wall to work out the anti-recoil, I mean, it gives you an idea, but it really doesn't give you the perfect idea or the best example of what it's going to be like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into this game. I'm going to start off with 0 anti-recoil, as we can see here, and I'm just going to work it out as we go. I'll shoot at some people, probably get clapped in the process, but I'm going to shoot at some people. I'll go through and quickly work out the anti-recoil values for it, and you'll see that it's quite easy to do. What I'll then do is I'll compare shooting at the people and then shooting at a wall, and as you'll see, shooting at a wall and shooting at a person is going to be completely different. If you get time, you can even work this sort of stuff out in the pre-game lobby here, right? So if I go over here, pull this out, you can see a guy down here, I'll shoot at them, and look, so it did kick up a tiny bit. It kicked up a tiny bit. It still beamed just because of how the weapon is with these attachments. However, because it kicked up a tiny bit, what I'll do is I'll turn my anti-recoil up a tiny bit as well. That's all you need to do, right? Now let's see with this guy. Beam. You know what I mean? This guy. Beam. Yeah. There we go. It still kicked up a tiny little bit there, just a tiny bit. You'll notice it. Don't sit there and shoot and take your thumb off the right stick and hope for the best. Play properly. So because it kicked up a tiny little bit more, I'm going to turn this up a tiny little bit more as well. All right, and let's see how we get with that. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see this guy. I went to the tower, of course. Pussy. This one. Here we go. Didn't even see homeboy.
Enemy soldier nearby.
Oh, this aim is so good. Just using the Wayno PC values, that's it. There we go. So we're beaming now, and that's just on me on 5. That's not going to work for everybody. Like putting the rumble on 5. Don't put that on. Expect everything to be the exact same. It's just not how it works. But you see how easy it was just to play a little bit. Okay, the recoil goes up a tiny bit. I'll put my anti-recoil up. It's very simple stuff. I'll even I'll put my FOV down to 80, and I'll do the same thing. All right, so at 80 FOV, what we got? Still pretty good, but there's still a bit of I can feel it kick up a little bit. Oh, that's too much. So I bump it up a tiny bit. Get out of it. And there we go, just a simple increase. That's on 80 FOV, so if you're on console, there's no excuse. Down, it still kicked up a tiny bit, so maybe I'll go 13 on 80 FOV, something like that.
Up and into the area. Watch the sky.
What is going on? Oh, there we go, yeah, so there's literally no excuse. Literally no excuse if you're on console, so it's very easy to work it out, especially with this weapon and the way the recoil is. Oh, and also shooting at a wall. Let's see what's that like.
Enemy cluster strike. Watch your enemy UAV.
So definitely not perfect when you're shooting at the wall, but as you're seeing when you're shooting at people, that's not an issue. See, like it's just. Oh, moves, like who cares? Now for the aim assist stuff, all I use is my Wayno PC values, as you can see there. If you're on console, use the console ones. If you're on PC, use those. As simple as that. That's all I'm using. That's on one profile as well. You can see there it says custom profile. So I use this aim assist, that rumble anti-recoil for round loot, my primary and my secondary weapon. That's just how I play. And there we go. So that's everything I wanted to go through for this video. With the weapon and the way the recoil is, I'm pretty sure there's been some changes to it quite recently. It's extremely easy to work out those anti-recoil values, as you could see. It doesn't matter if you're on PC like me, 1 120 FOV, or if you've got a console and you're stuck on 80 FOV, it doesn't matter. As you've seen, I just shown you, you can still work out those values, you can still get it beaming. All you need to do is shoot. If you notice a bit of recoil there, you feel a bit of a kick, just increase that vertical recoil value until you find the sweet spot. Don't worry about what it looks like when you shoot at the wall. Once you find your sweet spot shooting at people, shoot at the wall to see what it looks like. It probably looks like shit. That doesn't matter because you're not playing prop hunt. You're going to get out there and actually shoot people with aim assist. If you do have any questions about any of it all, feel free to ask those in the comments. I'm going to leave you with some clips of me using this weapon. Cheers for watching. I'll see you next time.
Der down. Shots pin me.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Mark it.
PV overhead.
What the fuck?
Someone's just out there.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Heavy fire here.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Knew I got
Shots
aim
pin me.
assist on that fucking thing.
Oh, fuck you.